dogs for vegetarians while scurfing down a burger. I feel you. So you guys need to eat people. It's not like you've got a choice. I mean, your king went anorexic. Look what's happening to him. And even though those two other rulers still have pro-people eating platforms, you guys are backing the uncannibal. Now that's loyalty. So all I'm saying is I would have had a lot less trouble trusting you if you would have just been straight with me from the get-go. Got it? Now, we've all learned a valuable lesson about telling the truth.
I can see you are truly the son of the great King Raizen. You two are much alike.
Stop calling him my father.
It is quite an honor to be compared so favorably to our king. That is our highest compliment. When you spoke before, I could tell that you share your father's gift for fairness and reasoning. And from what we've heard of your battle with Sensui, not to mention what we've witnessed firsthand, you've inherited his warrior strength as well. Strength that will need terribly on our side if we're ever going to defeat those other two ruling demons.
I guess I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, why do you want these two guys dead so bad?
Because our king does not like them. If our king does not like someone, neither do I.
Wow, how very living like him.
You do not understand the intricacies of our world until you are part of it. After all, we should give you enough time to make your decision. I'm sure you have already made up your mind, but since you'll be leaving this world behind, there must be many things you need to attend to. The king looks forward to seeing you.
You have to go.
Kuroko? How long have you been standing here?
Long enough. I heard everything that you said. You would be better off in Demon World. Without hesitation, you describe people as food. That's not something an ordinary person will just accept. I'm afraid you don't belong in this world anymore.
Maybe you're right.
I wasn't going to say anything to you, but you weren't the first visitor I received this week. Who's there? Yusuke lets me hear the meeting. But isn't he spirit detective?
Not anymore, he isn't. He's become a danger to himself and to others. He's a demon now. Possibly.
I've retired from Spirit World and no longer answer to them. Now leave me alone.
Huh. I guess Koenma was right. Those guys really do have it out for me. You know, it makes a guy feel kind of special to be wanted like that.
I told them I wouldn't do it. Then I called Master Genkai to learn more about this notorious Yusuke Urameshi.
So, what did the old bat say?
Master Genkai told me that I'd relate with you the moment that I met you in person. She was right. I was convinced when we met that you really were somebody worth protecting. At first, anyway, but I'm really sorry, Yusuke. But I don't trust you, and this is one time I just can't go on Master Genkai's faith alone. It's different now. I had children, and I have to think about their safety first, and I don't think they would be safe while you're around.
That's ridiculous. I'd never do anything to hurt them.
Yes, but are you always yourself lately? I hope that because of our shared experience, I could offer some advice, but it seems you have a lot more in common with those three now than you do with me. There's nothing to say.
It's all good. I'm sorry I wasted your time.
Hold on, Yusuke. Please. Don't you want me to finish telling you your fortune?
Why not?
The danger I spoke of. I didn't get a chance to tell you. come from close in.
So cool.
I
Thank
saw a great separation developing between you and your friends.
And what could cause that?
I don't know, but it was a separation made in blood.
You must be stealthier than that to surprise me. I hope you have good reason for approaching a stranger. Or you said Yoli? What could he possibly have to say to me?
It's been a long time, Kurama. Too long. It's good to see you alive and well. Of course, I can't actually see this is just a spirit of words. Regardless, I'll meet you in person soon. Back when we knew you, neither of us was very powerful. But that's changed. I've grown stronger. Much stronger. Stronger than the rival Raizen and the Kuro over control of the demon world. You remember those names, don't you? They were already in power when you left. But several hundred years ago, I joined their ranks. Now, I'm prepared for my next ascension. I'm clinging to the throne of two of them, and then we unify all of demon world as one nation under me. But if I am to succeed in this, I will require your assistance, Kurama. And so, my friend, I plead with you to join my crusade. If you believe in unification, I beg you to return to us. Oh, and one more thing. I almost forgot to tell you. I apprehended the one who stole the life from me. I think you'll be amused, as was I, when you see who it was. Another incentive to come back to Demon World, I guess.
An old friend of yours?
Hiei.
Caught you off guard. Now don't feel too special. You weren't the only one who received a midnight visit. Messengers came to me as well, though in my case they were sent by Mukuro.
Mukuro.
See for yourself. Please.
I'm with you ladies. I seldom show my face. However, now that you know it, Mom, your parents, your wishes and fancies, and I want to wonder, why don't you work with me? Take my right hand rule. I will remember my own things. The rules. Rises on the moon, and when it is very possible. Strike your with full force. Move by it. I'm sure your thought is something desperation of all the moments. If I am correct in my assumption, you should join me.
What a talkative and self-important fool he is. Was he always like that, Kurama?
And much worse. Mukuro has always been a dangerous, tyrannical ruler. No idea the damage Mukuro could do. Chaos.
Then I suppose this is going to be interesting. Well, I'm off to visit him. Goodbye. You can breathe, you know. I'm not going there to help.
Yes, that is good. It will be beneficial for us to have a battle inside of Mukuro trust. Just be sure to get as much information as you can without raising suspicions.
Oh, I'm sure I'll use him for everything.
I'm sure.
I'm sure your cat will get over it. Now get out of bed.
You wanna fight, sis? I'll fight. I've been holding back because you think that you're a lady.
Listen, Kazuma, do you want to get to a decent high school?
Yeah, so what?
Then you're gonna have to start studying a lot harder.
Because I'm stupid. I get it. Aren't you gonna call me stupid?
Brother, I do know that no matter what I say, you're not stupid.
Well, it's about time.
But it will be stupid if you let your smarts go to waste.
Yeah, I know. Spare me the lecture.
If you know, then why don't you act on it before you're a deadbeat loser like me? I didn't help break you for nothing, and if you keep fighting demons, you're on your own, so decide. The exam for the Valiant High School's coming up. You passed, or you didn't. The window's coming out of your allowance.
That's what I think of that. All right, cool, boy. Maybe it is time to finally start thinking about your future, you know. Stop fucking all the time, focus on school, and provide yourself no dark ahead, just like us.
So I don't see you for days, and all of a sudden you call me up and expect me to be fine.
I'm going through a major change, Keiko. I can remember how when I came out of the cave I looked a little bit different. Those long hair and tattoos ring a bell.
Wait, what's up?
Okay, so you're a demon.
Appreciate that.
Exactly what's different about you, huh?
Yeah, I guess I'm basically the same.
Then what's the problem with you?
I hope to find out. That's why I have to go back to Demon. Tomorrow.
Oh, what do you feel?
Yeah. I don't think she really got where I was going. She just made a six-pack for her on the way back.
To see your ancestor, to return with us, you must become one of us. Sure.
Keiko.
I hear Kuwabara's taking the entrance exam for the university's prep school.
Get out. What about you?
I'm trying. Raizen School for Girls.
You really want to go to an all-girls school?
My old boys' school is right next door. Be sure to give me a call whenever you get back here, so I can introduce you to my new boyfriend.
Yeah, it's easy, man. You just gotta practice. You'll get to it.
Nice knowing you.
Just practice when you get your stuff, man.
Keiko. Please, Keiko, don't leave me. Look, I'm a crab.
Oh, my Prince Charming. Bye.
Well, sure messed that one up.
Of course, A squared plus B squared equals
How many rocks?
C squared.
Probably like 150, maybe. 100. I make big rugs, so I don't do as much. Like I don't do like small rugs. Usually the rugs I do probably take me like
We're closed. If you're hungry, try cooking for yourself for a change.
10 to 12
Hey,
days,
it's Yusuke,
sometimes a month
long
on the
time no
bigger
see.
side. So
You still want the usual?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Keiko, get down here. We got a special customer.
Oh, you don't have to bother her.
Nonsense. She'll love it. Hey, Keiko, get your butt down here right away.
No, I'm trying to do my homework, Dad.
If getting into that school means turning your back on your old man, you don't need high school anyway. Look, it's your friend Yusuke.
I'm gonna look at my study
He wants an order of grilled beef and fries.
once.
Watch it, sweetie, or you'll burn it. If you keep cooking like that, no man will ever want to marry you.
Oh, enlighten them.
Now, your mother, she can cook.
Please, not now, Dad. Here's your food. Enjoy. Don't choke on it.
I'd enjoy it more if you sat with me.
Why?
Just because, okay? This looks great. This is the best food I've ever tasted in my life.
Let go now, Dad.
Want some?
Want some what?
Gosh. So Keiko, I guess you know tomorrow is my birthday, right?
Yeah, I knew that.
So,
So what?
so by my 18th birthday, I'll be back. I will find a way. I promise.
What homework?
Then let's get married.
Yusuke, I don't know how my new boyfriend is going to feel about that.
Been a while since last time I heard one of Yusuke's proposals. He used to play that card every time you two had an argument as kids.
You haven't changed.
I'm serious. 3 years and I'll be back and we'll get married.
I don't know, buddy. I'm going into high school. A lot could happen in that time.
Keiko, you know I love you, right?
Yeah, me too.
you said how long it took you to do this rug? It's probably like my fourth day working on it. 4th or 5th day. I'll probably be finished with it sometime tomorrow night or tonight.
Well, the time has come for me to go back to Demon World, and Kuwabara's got problems with it. But then again, Kuwabara's got problems with lots of things, so let's just focus on me, okay? Looks like I get quite a send-off from all my friends at home, which I'll have to enjoy while I can. Because music the ground running at Demon World, they mean it literally. But it'll be worth it when I come face to face with the bastard that hijacked my body during my fight with Sensui, my ancestral dad. Next time on Yu Yu Hakusho.
divided among 3 rulers, Raizen, Yomi, and Makuro. From his deathbed, Raizen has invited his descendant, Yusuke, to return to the Elite World to train under him and defeat his foe. Deciding to go, young Spirit Detective said farewell.
Why don't you love? By my 18th birthday, I'll get back. I'll find a way, I promise. Foil first, outside, inside. What's the L for? No. I know this sounds not to speak like this.
Azuma, are you studying?
Of course.
Here's your reward.
That looks great. Thank you. There you go. What the heck was that for?
It can be your reward if and only if you promise to finish reading this book on 20th century geopolitical shifts by morning.
Tomorrow morning, but I'm doing my math.
You'll read this in addition to doing your math work because you know the prep school that you want to get into is looking for only well-rounded students and you are already far behind the other applicants.
Fine, I'll do it. I promise. Happy.
I'm ecstatic. Cover to cover.
She's such a nag. I guess she does know me, though. Gotta hand it to her. She knows the best way to get to me is through my stomach. She forgot to use the sugar. Hey, kitty! Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty! Come out, play! Kitty! Oh, Botan! I was just looking for my contact, that's all.
That'll have to wait, I'm afraid. You've been summoned to Master Genkai's compound, ASAP.
Why?
Don't know.
What am I saying? I can't go out. I'm gonna be up studying all night as it is. Some other time.
All right. I'll tell Yukiya if you're too busy to see her.
You kid is gonna be there? Why didn't you say so?
But you're too busy to come tonight, right?
How dare you put schoolwork ahead of the girl I love more than anything? Don't you know that the best way to get me to do anything is through my heart, for I am the warrior of love? Driver, take me to Genkai's place now and step on it.
We're not going anywhere till you say please.
Kazuma, I forgot the sugar for your Botan.
Oh, we better get a move on Botan.
Away we go.
Hey, get your asses back here!
Shizuru! Please forgive me!
What do you mean you're going back there? When we were there, you said you wanted to go home, and now that you're here, you want to go back. Maybe you're just a spoiled brat who can't be happy anywhere.
I've decided. Despite your kind and heartfelt tribute, I'm going back.
So what are you gonna do there? You gonna turn into one of them and then come back and attack us, huh?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I think I'll miss your weak-ass punches most of all, Kuwabara, so I guess I better savor this last one while I can. Anyway, I don't know what will happen to me when I get there, or what to expect. That's why I'm going, to find out more about myself and what I'm capable of. What I do know is that I'm no good to you or anybody else as long as I can't even keep control of my own body or its actions. You get that?
And what about your duty to protect? In all your selfish plans, you've forgotten that you're still a spirit detective.
Not anymore, he's not. Spirit World has given him a dishonorable discharge, relieving him of his duties as a spirit detective. Still, there's that pesky little matter of the death warrant the father placed on his head.
Oh, there's a death warrant.
Yeah, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. I'm not using it as an excuse, but the fact that every second I spend here brings me closer to assassination does make Demon World pretty appealing.
Do you remember when you first came to me? Before your awareness had fully developed, you had such difficulty fighting in the darkness. Since that time, I've guided you through the shadows, tried to shed light on what you could be. But now Yusuke has gone beyond us all. And as he's discovered, sometimes the more you see, the less clear things become. Yusuke thought he knew it all. He thought he was just some dime-a-dozen punk. But the more he learns about himself, the more confused he gets. I think we owe it to him to allow him the chance to fumble around in the darkness for answers. Because Because the truth of it is, we can't stop his demon blood from causing him to do that. We just have to have faith. Is that too much to ask, Kuwabara?
Then how do you propose getting back to your precious homeland? In case you've forgotten, the border tunnel between human world and demon world has been sealed back up!
Then we'll just have to go and seal it again, won't we?
What? What are you talking about? The Spirit Defense Force.
Well, Mr. Urameshi, you ready to go?
Oh yeah, anytime you are.
You gotta be kidding me! You freaks wouldn't really open the whole of Demon World!
Not only would they do it, they volunteered for this mission.
Could you guys be any stupider? What, just because you tools are too weak to kill him, you're gonna give him a free ticket to Demon World so he's out of your hair?
I'm not going to deny that. Faced with the possibility of Amazuko on the loose, the great King Yama's infinite wisdom granted Yusuke fair passage, thus containing him and preserving peace in both the spirit and human worlds.
Oh, this is all to preserve the peace of the human world? And what about the next time somebody like Shigure or Sensui decides to pass through here, huh? You just expect me, Kurama, and Hiei to fight them up alone with our bare hands?
That won't happen. Kuwabara, the intricacies of demon world politics are complicated, and their impact can be quite far-reaching.
What's that got to do with this? Hi, Hiei.
I was personally invited to return to Demon World as well.
Don't tell me! You're gonna fight on behalf of Urameshi's dear demon daddy, too?
Actually, it's the opposite. The invitation was from one of Raizen's major enemies, Mukuru.
You really aren't gonna accept that, are you, Hiei?
In fact, I am. I belong in Demon World, not this one.
Even if that means going up against your friend Urameshi while you're there?
If that is our destiny, then so be it. After all, I always have wanted a rematch.
Maybe my destiny too.
Kurama, too?
My presence in Demon World has also been requested. And at the behest of the third ruler, Lord Yomi. An old acquaintance.
I feel like the ugly one at the dance.
I'll be leaving for Demon World myself, though probably sometime after Yusuke and Hiei.
I don't believe what I'm hearing! Have you all gone totally bonkers? I thought we had a good thing going. I thought we had a team. We were gonna fight the good fight together. But it turns out you'll fight any fight, even if it's fighting against each other. I consider you my friends, but you're no friends of mine.
Somehow, I think I'll manage to live with that.
I'm gonna kill you, you little punk!
Stop! We have no reason to believe they're abandoning the good fight.
Get off it, old lady! They're going to Demon World! Evil's all they do!
Kazuma, just because someone is born a demon doesn't necessarily make him evil. Or have you forgotten that I too am of Demon World?
But I didn't...
Pleasant, pal.
What do you want with me, you traitor?
Study hard so you can get into that prep school.
How did you ever hear about that?
Keiko told me about it. Don't let those brainiacs turn you into a nerd, but you were so proud to go on to become a doctor or a lawyer or something. I'll be back in 3 years, okay? And the first thing I'm gonna do is make sure you got to that school when you're on your way to college.
3 years exactly? Alright, I'll hold up my side of the deal, but here's one for you. If you gotta go, don't come back until you're the king of all the demons. Oh, and hey, while you're there, could you track down Yukina's long-lost brother?
Not yet. He's even there at the same time. I'll bet even his third eye is glaring at me.
Why does everyone get all weird and nervous when I bring up Yukina's brother?
So Yusuke is really going to just keep on flying in the face of danger?
Honey, if Yusuke ever weren't in danger, he'd up and die in boredom.
Mr. Urameshi, the time is now arrived for your departure.
Alright, soldiers. Double time! Let's go. Does anyone else think it's kind of ironic that someone as strong as Sensui had to go through all that trouble to open up a hole to Demon World, but these little weak security guards can do it with barely a snap of their fingers?
Urameshi, forget what I said before. We may have chosen to follow different paths, but you and I will always be. I'm sorry, I just got some dirt stuck in my contract.
You don't wear contacts. He doesn't?
The portal is ready now, sir.
Good job. All right, Mr. Urameshi.
Right. I guess it's my cue. Well, Kurama, Hiei, see you on the flip side.
Not that you never take my advice. But for what it's worth, don't ever come back here.
You're right, I wouldn't take your advice, but if I do come back, I'll get here on my own, so shut the door behind me.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Yusuke. You aren't really going to leave us, are you?
I'm afraid so. So long, guys.
There's one great fool. I may hate what he stands for, but I respect him.
It's funny. We're told he's supposed to be this horrible monster, but from here, he looks more like a hero.
Well, you heard the man. Seal her up, boys.
Poor Yusuke.
We had planned to escort you here ourselves in a week.
You'll learn I do things on my own schedule, when and where I want.
Yet another prime example of how you're truly your father's son, Mr. Urameshi. Now please do come with us. Team Raizen is awaiting your arrival.
The latest hush word at the office is that the Special Defense Force let Yusuke go. And not only that, they actually opened the gateway to Demon World for him. But that can't be true, can it, sir?
They're doing much more than that.
No.
The SDF is going to escort Hiei and Kurama to the other side, too.
Really?
It's my father's way of responding to requests from Demon World.
What kind of request do you mean, sir?
He received messages from the three kings of Demon World, all on the same day, each seeking an extradition. Raizen wanted Yusuke, Yomi wanted Kurama, and Mukuro wanted Hiei. Individually, they made these.
What kind of request do you mean, sir?
He received messages from the three kings of Demon World, all on the same day, each seeking an extradition. Raizen wanted Yusuke, Yomi wanted Kurama, and Mukuro wanted Hiei. Individually, they made these requests, and individually offered my father the same proposal. They each suggested it would be safer for Human World to have these powerful and potentially dangerous demons quarantined forever in Demon World. And my father agreed to that. mighty king of the spirit world bended to their whims and made a pact with the lords of demon world. You can't ever tell anyone about this, Oka. Do you understand?
But sir, I'm sure that the great King Yama must have had a much better reason to agree to such a thing.
I can only hope so.
Guys, how much further do you think we have to run till we get there? Because, I mean, it feels like we've been sprinting for hours.
Not too much farther. If we keep running, we should arrive in 4 days.
4 days? We gotta keep running for 4 more days?
I didn't know that would be a problem for you. We're fine, of course, but if you need a rest, we'd be happy to stop.
Ha! Me? I was born on a treadmill.
In that case, let's go faster. Well, Mr. Urameshi, here we are. That's incredible. We ran as fast as we possibly could, and yet despite our efforts to intentionally leave you behind, you not only kept up with us, but you did not break a sweat.
You should take some of that quickness from your feet and stick it to your brain, and then maybe you'd learn. I'm not the one who turned down challenges. What's that rumbling sound? A thunderstorm?
That's the sound of King Raizen's empty stomach. Ever since he stopped eating humans, his belly growls like that at every mealtime. He sets a clock to mark the passing of time. There, in that tower, our king is waiting for you. From this point on, you are on your own.
Knock, knock.
Welcome, my son. What's the matter? You're too big and cool to give your old man a hug.
You're not my dad. Now tell me, why did you have to get involved? When I was fighting Sensui, what did you do? Tell me, or I'm gonna kick your ass.
That's why I did it. For your own good, you ungrateful bastard. That human would have killed you. You may have inherited my genes, but you haven't the slightest idea what to do with them. Shit, to waste them. On a weekly...
I'll waste you!
Well, that sounds about right for a father-son reunion.
Had enough, boy. See how your feeble skills pale in comparison to mine. What was my lesson to you, Dennis?
The only thing I see is an overconfident dead man.
I'll make you a deal. If you can move me from my throne, I'll more than gladly give it to your son, along with my life.
Keep your throne. Ha! Your life is good enough for me. Well, not sitting so pretty now.
You hear, but you don't listen, child. You move the throne, not me. A tedious technicality to be sure, continues to shrink at this pace, I'll no doubt be dead within the span of a year.
Right. The low human diet's working wonders for you.
As for the matter of my throne, you'll have to get much stronger if you're to fend off my enemies.
For the first time, Yusuke has met face to face with his ancestral father. But as Raizen attempts to make Yusuke stronger, the other two demon lords make their own preparations.
At last, I return to the world where I belong, my home. There's just one thing that I didn't miss about the land of apparitions, being haunted by ghosts from my past. And unlike in the death-defying battles I've become accustomed to, there's no escape in sight. The memories assault my senses when I'm at my most vulnerable. So if you're feeling particularly sadistic, then by all means, please join me in my personal nightmare on the next Yu Yu Hakusho.
My baby! I beg you, give him back to me!
Never. The Amigo must be destroyed. Rini, do not pity the beast.
I beg you, Ree! Go!
That dream again.
The three rulers of Demon World, Ukuro, Yomi, and Raizen, each summoned a warrior from the human world. Hiei, Kurama, and Yusuke, the recently fired spirit detective, confronted his dying ancestral father, who tested Yusuke's strength, only to tell him it wasn't enough. Now Yusuke's demon-style training has begun.
Urameshi.
I suggest you shut up! Don't you go serious on me, Hokushin, because if you are, training with you is a waste of my time! I'm not giving up until I'm strong enough to shred that old bastard into pieces. So what are you punching bags waiting for? Attack me, damn it!
I'm starting to think he might be a bit stubborn.
Like clockwork, now with that mule's ridiculous hunger strike. Tell me, Kieran, how is he holding up?
You mean the one named Hiei, who you called here from human world 6 months ago? As we speak, he's being attacked by hordes of our men in a dungeon training hall.
And how many of our men comprise these hordes?
As Leluch requested, I unleashed 500 A-class demons, which, if you'll forgive me for saying, sounded excessive. But he's no doubt been killed by now.
Kieran, how long have you been my second in command?
It's been 250 glorious years.
I see. Then you should know by now, when I say 500 A-class demons, I mean 1,000.
Pardon my insolence, but why is Lord Mukuro so interested in this particular lowline? He's shown nothing more than A-class level since he's been here.
I think we might be the only ones left. Let's go, we can get him.
Hold on. You'll fall asleep soon enough.
Fine, we'll attack as soon as he's out.
Now!
What a waste of time.
Ice apparitions cloister themselves on an island in the sky, avoiding all contact with the outside world. Did you hear? Hina gave birth to twins, and one of them is a boy.
A boy? But that's impossible.
He is a curse upon all of us.
There's only one explanation. Hina must have snuck away from Ice World and met a man. How could that harlot do such a disgraceful thing, endangering us all like that?
The ice apparitions live in a world devoid of men. Every 100 years, to each woman, a daughter is born through immaculate means. The baby is always female, unless the mother has violated the laws of our society and conceived the child with a man. Twins, one girl and one boy. We've never seen such an abomination. What should we do?
I could see and hear even before I was born. If I'd had the power then, I would have set every one of those cold women ablaze. I wanted to.
My baby! I'm begging you, give it back to me!
Hina, you have shamefully broken our most sacred covenant. You are too young to understand how you have tainted us. But I have seen the horrors that men are capable of.
This is my sin. Please don't punish my son for it.
The baby girl is yours to keep. But the boy is a curse. And he will certainly be our undoing.
Then I'll leave here forever and take my children. And I promise never to return. But please give him back.
Never. The amigo must be destroyed.
No!
rules may be strict, but not without reason. Long ago, the ancients came here to escape the harmful influences of men. We have been free of vanity, abuse, and war. However, this security comes at a high cost. Total isolation. The elders say there have, in the past, been boys born through impure means. In each case, the boy grew up to be violent and cruel, and the mother always met a gruesome fate.
Ree, I know that you and Hina are close friends and this is difficult for you. But you must do this for her own good, and yours and ours. This amigo, this boy of fire, will slaughter us all. I'm sorry. Do not pity the beast.
You killed my son!
As I fell, I willed myself to survive, now that my nascent life had a purpose. I would live if only to see the day that I would return to that place and kill every last ice apparition. That dream again.
You've made quite a mess down here. I'm running out of A-class demons to sick on you. Perhaps it's time we moved on to a more powerful opponent. You've surpassed even my expectations here. But you'd still go further. You lack motivation.
Go figure. After 6 months of this training, I still don't know what you want from me. You odd mummy. I don't know what kind of demon you are, or for that matter, what you even look like under there.
You want to see, don't you? No. There's no big deal than being shot or tried like I am your father. But maybe it's time you saw my face for what it is. A challenge. I'll bring you one more warrior. If you reclaim your potential, you might even be in his class. If you beat him, I'll show myself. I do nothing wrong.
And he just has to die.
That's it. In addition to the hundreds of expendable soldiers you've already met and done away with, I always maintain a group of 77 elite warriors as my select goal. I'll bring one of them here for you to fight. If you defeat him, I'll unmask myself, and I'll give you the distinct honor of taking his place on my select guard.
I have no use for honors or distinctions. They're nothing but meaningless tokens.
I think you might change your mind. You'll find this particular meaningless token opens many other doors. You'll have a much easier time finding what you seek. I'll return in 5 minutes with your challenge.
Eerie beast. The way he spoke. I wonder how much he really knows about my quest.
Mr. Hiei, may I ask you something? If you happen to come across someone in Demon World who carries a stone like mine, would you please give this to him? It's sacred. It belonged to our mother. An ice apparition sheds a tear, only one, at the moment she gives birth to her baby. When that tear crystallizes, it appears different from the ordinary crystal and is given to the child. But I was told that when my mother had twins, she shed 2 tears. I wear one around my neck, and the other stone is supposedly held by my brother, wherever he is.
I'm surprised you managed to keep it from that greedy human bastard.
I hid it where he could never find it. My stomach.
So if it's that important to you, why are you giving it to me?
Even as a baby, my brother was surrounded by an intense flame. It was so intense that they wrapped him up in a sacred cloth and tucked his stone inside. That's what Miss Reed told me.
Reed.
Oh, she was my mother's closest friend.
The woman who left me for dead.
Mr. Hiei? So, as I was saying, if his demon energy was so radiant even then he shouldn't be so hard to find with your gifted eye. So if you see someone with the same stone, would you please give that to him and tell him his sister is looking for him in the human world?
He's been missing for years, correct? What makes you think your brother isn't just dead?
I believe he's alive.
Yes. But why?
It's something that Miss Reed had said to me.
I could tell he understood every word we were saying, and that he will come back for his revenge.
She was confident, so am I.
When you come back, seeking the revenge that you and we deserve, please kill me first. It's the least I can offer to atone for what I'm about to do.
This amigo, this boy of fire, will slaughter us all. Do not pity the beast.
If the only way our ice world can survive is for our people to freeze their hearts, well then, they don't deserve to survive. That's how I feel.
Huh. So that's the real reason why you left. And all that crap about you being allowed to stay in the human world to look for your brother was just a lie. Never depend on others. If you want them dead, then do it yourself. Quit waiting for a phantom twin who, for all you know, is dead.
I guess you're right. Thank you. I think that's the sort of advice a girl might get from her brother.
My stone should be emitting a powerful demon energy, but I still haven't been able to track it down, even with my Jidai. I suppose there's the chance that whoever has it is hiding in his Yukina, in his stomach. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Shigure, surgeon of the dead. So how long have you been working for old bandaged kids?
Since shortly after you left my services, Hiei.
Do you know each other?
Well, strictly on a doctor and patient level, at the time I did show him how to swing a sword correctly. Though, from what I've seen, he's made a few improvements since then.
fascinating.
But I must admit your recovery astounds me. Can you really be the same demon I gave the Jagan Eye? Performing a transplant's like giving new life. The process is a rebirth, so to speak. Afterwards, the patient's power is reduced to that of an infant. As I recall, you were no different. When you left me, your demon energy had dropped to almost nothing. Yet here you stand before me only a few years later, your power even greater than it was before the implant. Truly astonishing.
What can I say? I've never really been one for lots of bed rest or homemade chicken soup.
I see you finally found your mother's tear.
This isn't mine.
Oh, then it must be your sister's. Which means at least you have found one of the things you were looking for.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Hiei came to me and asked me to give him the Jagan Eye to help him locate two things.
And they were.
Number one is the ice world where his people lived, and two, the stone his mother had given him. Now you see, I consider the surgeries I performed to be unique works of art, poetry really, if anything. So all I ask in return for my services as a modest fee is an ironic twist to finish it off. In Mr. Hiei's case, even if he found his sister, he could never confess who he was.
And I love price indeed.
But I will refund my fee this one time if you can defeat me.
That's very generous of you, but I told you before. I never had any intention of telling her I was her brother.
Yes, but that was before you met her.
Enough reminiscing. This is a battle, and I determine the stakes. You will each be fighting for your life. You have the ability to survive this, but only if you reach the strength you did when fighting for the pain of your friend. Now you must fight for your pain. Bear yourself to me, and I will help you find your answer. Prepare yourselves.
Amidst haunting memories of Hiei's dark origins, a face from his past has unexpectedly returned. Is it coincidence, or the mysterious workings of Makuro? In eerie telepathy, Makuro beckons Hiei to dig deeper into his subconscious. But what are Makuro's true intentions?
I gotta say that this has all been very educational. And who said learning couldn't be fun? We're getting all kinds of deeply personal things about old Shortstack that I'd never get from, talking to him. And as much as I love watching Hiei get his butt kicked, I think I'm looking forward to finding out all about his past even more. Oh, and Hiei's not the only one wondering what's underneath Makuro's bandages. But we'll have to wait till the next episode of Yu Yu Hakusho to unravel that.
For 6 months, Hiei is trained in the dungeon of Makuro's stronghold under the eye of the tyrannical ruler, one of the 3 vying for power over Demon World. Now that Hiei has become strong enough to slay the A-class demons, Makuro called forth a tougher foe. Shigure, the infamous surgeon of Demon World. The very surgeon that implanted Hiei with his Jagan Eye. Can Hiei survive? Does he even want to?
I agreed to perform the surgery on the condition that he would never reveal his true identity to anyone.
Yes?
But I am willing to nullify our contract if you defeat me.
I thought I had made myself perfectly clear. I have no intention of revealing myself to anyone.
Intentions can be changed, Hiei.
Enough. We must get back to the matter at hand. The fates of your very lives are now hanging in the balance. It's the beauty of battle. One man's fragility juxtaposed against another man's strength. Now is the time to determine which man you'll be. Proceed.
I must strike quickly. If I do not, my chances of survival are grim.
Judging by their weapons, Shigure is sure to have the upper hand.
But yet, I am fighting without purpose, falling back into a life of meaningless killing, a life of dishonor and cowardice. There is no more dignity in this sort of existence. So I must find honor in death.
I know that you and Hina are close friends and this is difficult for you. But you must do this for her own good, and yours and ours. This Amiko, this boy of fire, will slaughter us all.
I can't.
Do not pity the beast.
You killed my son! No!
When you come back, seeking the revenge that you and we deserve, please kill me first. It's the least I can offer to atone for what I'm about to do.
My baby!
My mother's tribe called me Hiei the Amiko, the cursed child of the glacial village.
Back to the campsite to count our spoils. Hey, boss, look! Since when has your dirty laundry been any concern of mine? It ain't no laundry, boss. It's a baby. He was floating in the river. Imbecile, what do you expect me to do with him? Change his diaper? Yeah, look a little bit closer, boss. Hey, what you holding there, fella? Give it to me, you little twerp. Sharp
As a child, I found tremendous pleasure in spilling my enemy's blood. Their screams of agony were my music box. Once I realized my mother's frozen teardrop was highly valuable, I would purposely wear it in clear sight of everyone, hoping their greed would entice them to challenge me, thus giving me the opportunity to take another life. I suppose I wanted to prove that my mother's people were right to abandon me. For years, I spent every waking moment looking for my next kill. I started to wonder if finding my mother in the glacial village mattered at all. It wasn't long before my former life started to become a faint shadow on the outskirts of my consciousness.
It's Hiei.
The bandit.
It's Hiei.
The bandits, whom I had come to look upon as family, soon grew weary of my murderous habits. And once again, I found myself shunned. In my solitude, I found myself gazing into my mother's stone for hours, finding that I would be taken over by a strange calm. And the desire to find the home of my birth began to churn up inside me again. As I set out to find the glacial village, I was faced with new opponents, each one trying to take away my stone. Eventually, one of them succeeded. I hadn't realized until that moment how important it was to me. And I knew I had to do whatever it took to find not only my mother's village, but her stone. I'm looking for Shigure. I was told he could give me a Jagan implant.
Did you hear what I said?
A scrawny little groundling like you isn't cut out for that kind of suffering. Now, run along.
I'm sure that I can handle it.
All right, you've proved your tolerance for pain, but there's one more condition. I will only agree to operate on those who have lived a life that holds my interest. I'm not about to waste my talents on some insufferable child, so you'd better have a decent story to tell. So let's hear it.
You may regret this after I'm finished. In fact, just thinking about it makes me sick to my stomach.
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
I have never before or since experienced the level of flesh-searing pain that was inflicted on me that day. And what do you call that monstrosity?
It's called the Phosphorus Ring Sword, made from the bones of the wild oxen that roam through the forests of Demon World. What are you doing?
I have what I came for, and now I'm leaving.
The Jagan operation has drained you of almost all your energy. If you attempt to brave the woods now, you will most certainly be killed.
That's not your concern.
Stay, I'll show you how to use that sword of yours.
Why should I?
If I had just had a Jigan implanted, I would want to survive long enough to use it.
I'm not sure why I decided to stay. I suppose deep down I knew he was right. A night alone in those woods would have been the end of me. And at the very least, I could steal his fighting technique. I never thought our paths would meet again. And still, it seems fitting that I should die by his sword.
A noble end.
Exquisite.
Incredible. He's going to sacrifice his own arm. I've got you. A noble end.
Ex-